conflate the word for sky and the word for heaven. And even in English we do that, although we usually refer to the heavens now for the sky. We can recognize that's a naive understanding of how God works and where God lives. And yet, maybe the ancients were onto something. There is something remarkable about the night sky, something very not worldly, very otherworldly, that reminds you that there is a universe out there bigger than our day-to-day lives. A universe out there that, unlike things on Earth, seem to be eternal, seem to be unchanging. A universe out there which is both very beautiful and very subtle. You can see that in Scripture. One of my favorite passages is from the book of Job. Now, Job is having this conversation with God, and in chapter 9, after God has given some really telling point, Job is sort of like, give me a break. How can I possibly argue with you? He says, how can a mortal be justified before God? You alone stretched out the heavens. You made the Bear and Orion and the Pleiades and the chambers of the south. You do great things beyond understanding. Marvelous things without number. Well, when was the last time you took a little bit of time to contemplate the marvels that the Lord has done, the things without number that amaze us? The great thing about astronomy is that anybody can do it. You don't need a telescope. You don't need an education. All you have to do is go outside and look at the sky. Of course, if you know what you're looking at, that makes it all the richer. That makes it all the better. And so what I want to help you do is get into a routine, a rhythm of knowing the sky and learning how you can find God in the heavens. The first thing you have to do is actually go outside and look at the sky. Go outside every night, about the same time. This is an act of prayer we're talking about, right? So like you'll have a rhythm in your daily prayer, have a rhythm in your daily astronomy. Treat it as a moment of prayer. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, plenty of time. Do it regularly. Do it in silence. Do it alone. Do it, at least at first, without taking a book or binoculars or any kind of equipment. I don't care if you know the constellations or not. I don't care if you're familiar with the sky or not. In some ways, it's better if you're not. Just go out, look up at the sky at roughly the same time every night, and pay attention to what you're looking at. If you do it without any preconceptions and any equipment, that's what I mean by naked astronomy. Astronomy without all the other things attached to it. Eventually the other things will happen. But it's richer if you already know the sky that you can apply these other things to. And as I say, you have to go outside. You have to actually be under the sky. Maybe you're a shut-in, maybe you can't actually get out of your room and the best you can do is to look out a window. And if so, that can be fulfilling. But if you can get outside, get outside. Any prisoner will tell you there's a difference between seeing the sky out a window and seeing the sky under the dome of the whole thing. Why should we imprison ourselves? What you're going to look for is a place that's dark. You don't have city lights. You don't have obstructions. You don't have trees getting in the way. You don't have cars coming at you and blinding you. And a place that's easy to get to, so you can actually get to it every night for a few minutes. That's the ideal. Nobody's ever going to find such a perfect place. If you live in a big city, you might despair, but if you can get to the roof of the building you live in, that's actually a glorious place to look at things. Once you go out every night, just pay attention to the stars you can see. Where's the moon? Can you find the moon? It's astonishingly tricky to actually pay attention to what the moon looks like. I teach this online class to a bunch of high school kids, and I ask them to report to me every week, where was the moon? What did it look like? And it's astonishing, the things that they report